Hi, I'm Caitlyn. I'm your Disabilities, Accessibility and Neurodiverse Officer, and part of Disability History Month is raising awareness around specific conditions. I'm talking to you about my own condition, which is autism. Autism affects 1 in 100 people. That's 700,000 adults and children in the UK that are on the spectrum somewhere. Now, I use the word spectrum. Autism is a spectrum, it's linear. You're somewhere along that level. Most people identify on it, but don't go diagnosed. Just because you might be lower down on the spectrum and have a milder version doesn't mean that you're not autistic. You probably wouldn't know that I am autistic from just talking to me on a general basis. But the specific autism I have is Asperger syndrome. This syndrome affects people differently. It affects me through having a black and white mentality. I don't see things, not physically in different colours, but more how you're talking to me. If you tell me that something must be done a specific way, I will do it that specific way. I won't find a middle ground. It's either yes or no, there's no maybe. But that's not the only thing that I really struggle with. Jokes, sarcasm, and facial expressions. I don't pick up on these things on a daily basis. One of my pieces of literature that really helped understand autism in me when I was first diagnosed is A Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. The book is written by an author who displays autistic symptoms. Now, autism isn't necessarily diagnosed in women, or as commonly as it would be in men. People are normally picked up with it around the age of 7 or 8. I was quite a late diagnosis in which I was told if I'd done it 6 months later, I probably would never have been told the condition. I was 11, which means I've lived with this condition for a long time. It's been over 10 years now. But that doesn't mean I've not been able to adapt, I've not been able to change. I really want to, this month, and these videos, to raise awareness around how you can support with each of the disabilities, each of the conditions that are discussed. My friends have asked me to confirm how they can help when I have social anxiety. It is one of the things that can happen with autism. I get in this headspace where I'm either really sociable and extroverted, or I become really small, really withdrawn and really introverted. I have a little octopus, you know those ones that change colour? Well, I've got one that sits on my bag all the time and on my set of keys, in which when I'm feeling that I'm about to start withdrawing, I'll change the octopus over. It's just a visual indication for my friends that I need to be withdrew from that situation. It's by no means where the conversation stops, but it helps, or at least a little bit. I'm normally a really huggy person, but in those situations, the worst thing you can do is come up to me and give me a hug. I'll potentially lash out, I could become violent, I just don't know how to control myself. So please, if you ever see me taking a moment for myself or have my headphones in, I'm not trying to be rude. If anything, I'm probably one of the least rude people you could meet. But what I do need is just that space and that time. I also get sensory overload. It's normally exacerbated by social situations, but because of that, I do need quiet. If I am rushing off to a quiet corridor, I sit with my hands over my ears. It's just an indication I need space. I will come and talk to you when I'm ready, so please don't try and push yourself towards me. I really hope that this has given you an indication as to how autism presents in me, but it's by no means how autism presents to everyone else. My situation could be completely different to someone else that you know who has autism. Talk to them. Find out how you can help them and have a mature conversation about it. Autism's not the only thing in my life, but it does make up a huge part of how I live my life. Thank you for listening, and I really hope you'll find the other documentaries as interesting.